popularly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. Brandon McManus back at Mile High, and he'll get things started here in Denver. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing is Browning. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go, set. Now Panther 60, Panther 60.
Browning from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Following that incompletion, we see he's pretty shaken up after taking the hit on the throw. They're out to look at him now. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Garoppolo has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Blown back gets the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
From the 32. That's incomplete on 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let go.
From the shotgun, here's Browning. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. Batted away at the line, incomplete. Didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, You really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Browning now. Has it in close. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Locates Adonai Mitchell. Running down the left side. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Here we go, set.
Give now to the running back. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Cougar 19.
From the 40 on 2nd down. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Mustang 19.
2nd and 3. Launches one deep downfield. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well, I think the defense coaches and coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
70 Lions. 70 Lions. 19 Lions. Take over.
3rd down from the gun. He's got Sutton complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
60 Bison. Bronco leading.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Let's go. Go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Browning. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos break the tie here in the first. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision. But when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Love out of the shotgun. This is Reed working the right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Running on first here with Jacobs. We call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Strike. Strike. Ready. Trail. Yep. Right. 95.
Shotgun now for Love. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Come on. Here we go. Set. Set.
They're going to go. It's Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're lining up to punt a little shy of midfield. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Ready?
To the air with Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Drill green. Ready?
Love from the gun. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up. The Packers send out their punting unit. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fielded just beyond his 40. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
Over 1st and 10 at their own
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Hey, head to 60. Head to 60. Ready?
Back to throw, Browning. Chased down to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
19, Tiger.
2nd and 10 now. Browning. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
He's going deep this time. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, so that brings up 4th and long. Mitch Wisnowski headed back down as they'll punt it away once more. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Watch out now. Yellow, 43. Blaster, 6. Set,
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
1st down, Green Bay.
Let's go. Strike. Check. 45. Right. Red. Cycle. Ready?
Irving on the counter. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
That one hits the ground incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
Come on. Ready?
Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Check.
This time it's a passing play. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him.
Ready, play.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready. Red, 38, putt, putt.
Jacob will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And that brings up 3rd and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Brandon Jones.
Hey, defensively, when you're staring down 3rd and goal, you just want to keep them out of the end zone. Just keep them to a field goal, right? Wrong. Not with this defense and not with their playmakers. They're thinking take it away, and they get the job done.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Play fake, Browning. And almost someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. McManus on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This will end up as a touchback.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They go play fake with Browning. Escapes the pocket. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. We're slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go.
First down throw. Here's Browning. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Of 2nd and 13 at the 37-yard line.
Complete right side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They get 35 out of that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
It's a pickup of 3.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High.
25-yard line.
And it's the Broncos with a 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Come on, set, ready.
Play action, Love. That's complete to Reed, out left. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Got it? 52 black. Here we go, set. You, get black. 95. Cut.
Throwing, it's Love. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Strike. Strike. Cut.
From the gun, it's a gift to Jacobs. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
10 cycles. Ready?
From the 47. This one taken in by Kraft. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Check, shift, set, ready, set.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, 38. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
Takes the handoff, now Love. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Blue, 32. Beetle blue. Set, go.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. It's on target to Williams. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Jaden Reed the touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers tie this game at 21.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10. At their own
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 6, Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the shotgun, here's Browning. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
Come 19, come 19.
Now it's Browning. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
at the 40-yard line.
Browning. Forced out to his right. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Lion. Dragon 60.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18. Scoop.
One final shot before the half. That's into the hands of Franklin. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Fields this one at the 3. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Packers getting set here. First and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Now Love on the play fake. Chased out to his right. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. He ends up out of bounds, but it's behind the line. That is a sack. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Third and 7.
Ready. Smack, red, 10 black.
Shotgun now for Love. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Ready, set.
Running right, here's Jacobs. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Brought down by the first-time All-Pro Nick Bonito.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second and 8. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And this is going to get him right up near that first down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. Third down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs.
52 blue. 6. Mega. Hut, hut.
3rd and 1 now. Love. He's got it complete to Reed. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
On the set. Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Foot. Red. Cycle. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Go.
Back to the well again. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
And the 49-yard line.
Roll. Here we go. Set. 60.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7.
He was brought down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Browning working from the pistol. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Go. Cowboy 80.
It's a design boot. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Hey, look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
What's there to tack on the extra point? And the Broncos tie us up 28-all.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10.
Ready, set.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Love now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the man is there to knock that away.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Here we go. 60 seconds.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Irvin a first down and more. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Ready.
To the air with Love. Dumped off to his running back. He's got it in the red zone. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th.
On the set.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Drill. 52. Come on, set.
There's Love to throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Set. Hot. 560. Ready.
3rd and 2. Love to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. McManus on for the extra point.
Lining up for the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Ready!
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on first down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
At the 60, 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. Go.
From the 39. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Broncos first down.
Here we go, set.
1st and 10 at the
60 Bison.
36-yard
60
line.
Bison. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Chop 60. Ready.
Browning from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Browning. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that brings up 4th and long. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. Got all of it, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
Here's Abanikanda on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of him.
Irving here from the gun. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
Come on, set.
From the 47. Connecting on a slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Love now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They did it. He made the interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back-to-back carries here. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the shotgun, here's Browning. He puts some power on a deep one left. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
From the gun on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. Take over.
Back to the air following the pick six. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at the line.
Textbook pitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Able to get it to Franklin. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st down throw. Here's Browning. Into traffic. Complete. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
2nd and 3. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hook.
3rd down from the gun. It's his running back. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They are throwing it again. Hits him on the out route. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their 2nd down.
This defense been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat. 60 go.
Trying again, following the sack. He sends this one to the end zone. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos at a 2-score deficit. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
70 Timberwolves. Take over.
Here he is to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. Open way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense.
Charging down the middle, and they block it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Jacobs running behind center. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Love using the legs here. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be third down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Shotgun now for Love. Completed to his running back. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas. Angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them